Okay, guys, here we go. I'm going to do a short review. Uh, this is funded by me and my son, Rap Fun. So I'm going to do a short review on the Acer Chromebook 15. Uh, First of all, it is a good product. I will definitely say that. This particular product here is not good for me. But let me tell you some of the things I do like about this piece of equipment, the Acer Chromebook 15. Access, easy access. And you turn it on, you put in your Google information, it's almost instant. Everything, I mean, your browser settings, everything Google is there. So that's one thing I think is great, the easy access on Chromebook books. And I think all Chromebooks do the same thing. So it's like, I mean, how can you beat it? You know, that one thing right there, easy access to connecting with your stuff, your content, Google Drive, Google Play, everything. I like that. Using the apps, same thing, just like an Android phone. I have an Android phone. I can just find what I want, download it in a matter of minutes, use it, and take it right back off versus downloading 5-10 minutes, which I love because that's what I'm going to tell you is an issue with me in the Chromebook 15, Acer Chromebook 15, which means the 15-inch screen, I do believe. So using the apps, easy, just like a phone. And Google Access, so Google Access, of course, and that's what I just said. So those are the main things that I like about the Acer Chromebook 15. You know, now I'll tell you why we got it. We had a trip, and you'll see some of my pictures from the trip and the tour. I work with this company, a marketing company, and I won't necessarily go into their product right now, but it's a great product. We had a short tour, 2-day event tour. I went to DC and New York, Rochester, New York, to capture videos, images, and pictures, VIP. And it was a great day, a great 2 days, actually. We're just getting back. And I didn't bring my laptop, which is an old Lenovo. I did it, but it's been working for me great. And I'll eventually have to upgrade. I've had it for about 4 years now, 2014, and I've done so many things. I've had millions of hits with that laptop. I've created things that's created millions of hits with that laptop. So it's definitely been great for me, but I didn't want to bring it to DC, one, because it's getting worn. You know, it's cracking a little bit, and you know, I just don't want to open it up all the time, drop it. Then I didn't want to, I knew I'd be a lot of places. I didn't want to leave it in a hotel. I needed it with me. So anyway, the owner of this company, Mark Helbenai, that I work with, which is a wine company. I said I wasn't going to talk about their product, but I do a lot of videos, images, and pictures for them. And he bought this Chromebook for me so I can have easy access. That's another type of access that I did have. I mean, I was at the event. I was able to pull up pictures and email pictures, edit pictures. Again, not as easy because there's a learning curve. Like on my Lenovo, I have Lightroom, the classic version on my desktop. I have access to CC, but I don't use it, the cloud version. And I have Corel Video Studios, which I've been doing most of my editing on for the better part of 8 to 9 years. And I just like the program. I could have access to Premiere, but just haven't done it. And that's what I'm used to. That's what I can create on there. Sorry about that. And I'm going to turn this down because I'm almost finished. I'm going to maybe hit about 10 minutes on this. But again, I was at this place, so I didn't have to wait for my computer to come on. And that's one thing. You turn on your computer, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to come on. You turn this thing on, it's like, boom, you know, it jumps on very quick. So that's a positive thing about the Acer Chromebook 15. And this particular version, Acer Chromebook 15 CB3-532, it had I think 16 gigabytes of storage space, which is like my hard drive space, of course. And what was some of the other things? I don't have the paperwork in front of me, but I'll put it in the section, the information section below, and you can look up and see some of the other specs. So now let's talk about what I didn't like. I'll spend about 5 minutes on that, and I'll tell you why this particular Chromebook's not for me. Now, I've been doing more research, and there may be a Chromebook out there for me. One has to have a bigger hard drive. So storage is for me. My pictures are either raw. I'm a photographer and a videographer, so my pictures are either raw or high resolution JPEG, and I shoot with a Canon 80D or 80D. So those are pretty bulky files, and I just need more storage. You know, like this whole weekend, I'm sure I had at least 50 or maybe 60 gigabytes of content. May not use it all, but I'm sure I had a lot. And I just would like easier access to it. I would like to put it on a hard drive or a flash drive. I know I could have had my external hard drive with me, but I didn't bring it. I just used the SD cards and mini SD cards. So that might have helped with the problem. So storage is something that I don't like. The storage is small. But again, if I was to have brought this with me, you know, I just wanted to pack light this time, you know, and now, although that's small, sometimes I just worry about, I have so much stuff on that and I might have a backup, but I don't want anything to happen with that and get damaged. Speed for this particular computer, I'll talk about that next. Speed is something I didn't like. Matter of fact, even looking at this video right now, it's a little delayed. Accessing these pictures was delayed. A lot of the wow factor about the Chromebook, I guess, is everything is cloud-based somewhat. So besides the 16 gigabytes you have on the actual Chromebook, you know, I access a lot of stuff from Google Drive. I access a lot of stuff. I had space in my Lightroom, and this thing, I guess, Google, every time you connect something to the computer, it uploads it to Google Photos. I'm not a big Google Photo fan just yet. My mom loves it. And by the way, my mom has had a Chromebook for 6 years, and she loves her Chromebook, but she doesn't do a lot of videos, images, and pictures. She works mostly with writing. So, but anyway, I guess it uploads my stuff to Google Photos. I'm not sure. Sometimes it looks like it's uploading. Sometimes it doesn't. I would try to drag things from my SD card to my 16 gigabytes of space, and it would just freeze. The computer would freeze. And I know one time, I think all of my SD card was uploading to Google Drive or something. The whole computer just froze for a little bit. And, or excuse me, the whole Chromebook just froze for a little bit. And next thing I know, everything was up there, but I couldn't access it. I couldn't go to YouTube. I couldn't go to Gmail. I couldn't do anything. It just froze. I didn't want to turn it off. Wasn't sure what was going on. But again, I think this has 2 gigabytes of RAM. So I think that's another reason, probably the slow process. So again, if I had a bigger size, possibly. I also, well, let's talk about what I do. Well, let's see. Let's go into finding my files. So it was hard to find my files at first. I had to call my mom, and let's put this down for a minute. They have this little folder, which was easy now since I see it. But even though I found that folder, and I went to 2 or 3 different videos, reviews about this Chromebook, and I still couldn't find the thing that I needed. And within that folder, there is a download file area. And that's where everything seems to go. And there's a recent file area, image file area, video file area, audio file area. And then you have my files, you have a download and play files, and then Google Drive. So since that's how it's set up, I guess that's how everything is sorted. And maybe that's just like the same file structure on a laptop. Yeah, so, but it was just confusing to me at first. I couldn't find any files. First, I couldn't find anywhere to download my files because I figured I would see a size over there as opposed to downloads. I would see a size that said like hard storage or 16 gigabytes, and I didn't see those. So finding my files was hard at first. Then I started using the recent photos, and then it was a little bit easier. But then when I use Lightroom, which I'll move on to that, I edit with Lightroom. And I tried to download Lightroom on here, and 16 gigabytes wouldn't cut it, of course. I tried to download it because I have the Creative Cloud program, and I was going to try to upgrade to maybe having the Premiere as well, so I could download them on the computer, and neither one would go. So again, I guess that's what the Chromebook is known for: the cloud, using things in the cloud, and not putting things on the storage or the hard drive is what I normally call it, of course. So I couldn't use Lightroom. I had to use Lightroom CC, and I was using a lot of hotel connections, and it's not real fast to edit my pictures. I'm not a fan of Lightroom CC, but that's another video. But as I started using it more, it was an ease of use, but just wasn't as fast as my Lightroom Classic on my hard drive. And some photographers know what I'm talking about. Some photographers probably love Lightroom CC. And I mean, I could see how it would be an excellent product. I'm not familiar with it, and I don't like it. I don't think I will like it even so, because it's missing some things, but it does have a lot of options. And then as far as video, I didn't even have any chance to edit video on here. I downloaded an app from the Play Store called Power Director, because I did a search, and a guy said this is one of the best programs to edit video on the Chromebook, and it wasn't for me, so I'll skip that. And again, I didn't try Premiere because when I saw how slow it was, I said, well, I'm not going to even try it. Again, if I had a better version Chromebook, maybe it would be better if it was more storage, which I heard they have one with bigger storage. But for $149, this was a great product. It just wasn't great for me. Let's get on out of here because I wanted to do about 10 minutes. And so I'm going to do a few more things. So setup, easy setup, speed and connection, depending on where you are. I have a pretty good connection. I'm back at the studio. I have a pretty good connection here, but it's still, again, a little slow. As I'm looking on the screen, I was just watching a video, a little choppy from YouTube. So, it just depends on the connection, but this connection is normally super fast. So I'm gonna go over these things just to make sure I spoke about them. Storage, speed, finding my files, setup. I had setup as a negative. I'm not sure what that was about. Speed, connection, depending on what kind of speed connection you have. Then I had video editing, tried Power Director, wasn't a fan. Then I had photo editing, Lightroom CC, still not a fan, but I did get a lot done. It was easy to access. It was just hard to find hard to get my files to that Lightroom area for some reason. Sometimes I would take files from this SD card and they would just get lost. I would try to drag them in that area I told you about called downloads, and it would say that it's downloading, and then it would freeze. And I'm not sure because it's the size of the files or what. And then if that wouldn't work, I would try to download them to images. And I don't know if that worked, but it was just something strange about it. My mom's experience, she loves Chromebook. Matter of fact, she's what inspired this Chromebook review. She has over, I think probably 100,000 views or somewhere close. I know she has one Chromebook review video, but about 40,000. And then I know she has another 20 or 30,000 views on a few other Chromebook, just updates or whatever. So my experience, again, not too great, but one thing I like, of course, the ride home in the car, 6 to 7 hours, and the ride up to New York, I guess what do they call it? Upper New York or upstate New York. So I guess that ride was great. I was able to access this a lot better than from my laptop because, again, like I said, it's how old it is. But other than that, trying to get my things where I wanted it, didn't like it. Okay, so access, turning, these are some of the positive things. Access, turn on, the setup, typed in Google stuff, and it just, boom, popped in. Using the apps, easy download, Google Access, easy download. So that's it, guys. That's my review of the Acer Chromebook 15. I didn't tell you all the specs, but you search the Acer Chromebook 15 and the one that's $149, that's the one I have. And I'll put some things in the description below. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything you like, I'm thinking about keeping this. I may upgrade, I may just upgrade and get a newer laptop. So we'll see what happens, but I don't believe this is going to be a great product for me to do the things I need to do. All right, guys, it's Greg Reese from VIP. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And if you have anything you want me to talk about, let me know. I still do silly stuff on here. I'm going to get a little bit serious, going to get a little bit fun, but it's videos, images, pictures, VIP. And I'm Greg Reese from VIP. Thank you.